Hi there, welcome to the Bristol Show 2026. I am Brad and I'm joined by Ben of ATC. Ben?
ATC, how you doing, Brad?
Lovely to see you. Didn't get a chance to see you last year, so I've tracked you down and
Thank you.
we're gonna chat about some products that you've got a bit of an exclusive.
We have, yeah. So it's the premiere of our new product, the EL50 anniversary. So
Very nice.
we had this first unveiling of the product this morning.
I love an exclusive.
Yeah, announced yesterday, but today is the first day that anyone's seen it outside the factory.
Oh, exclusive. And for those who might not be familiar with ATC, let's rewind slightly. Who are you and what do you do?
So ATC are a complete vertically integrated loudspeaker manufacturer. So by that I mean we make the loudspeaker drive unit components, the electronics that drive them, power amplifiers, preamplifiers, and in the case of active loudspeakers, the active amp packs that are in the loudspeakers. Cabinets, veneering, finishing, so the entire process top to bottom.
Just everything, because there are a lot of speaker manufacturers that will outsource their cabinets, but you do the whole shebang.
Yeah, we do it. We do everything.
And is that all in the UK?
It is, yeah.
Whereabouts are you guys based?
In Stroud.
Okay.
Well, just outside Stroud. So we've got two locations. Cabinetry is in Stonehouse.
Yep.
And all of the other processes are at Aston Down, just outside Stroud.
Very nice, very nice. So going back to the exclusive, what can customers expect from that speaker? What's exciting about that product?
So the EL50 anniversary is a new flagship model in the 50 family. So the number with an ATC model generally dictates the size. So it's 50 litres, the model 50. Starting at going towards the other end of the range, we've got the 7. So the SCM7 is a small bookshelf.
And you say litres?
Litres, yeah.
You measure your speakers in litres?
Yeah.
Is that how much fluid they can hold, or is that?
Yeah, it's just that's the internal volume. So the internal volume is important in terms of the tuning of the low frequency section.
Yeah.
So I think that just naturally progressed to when we were picking model numbers. It's like, okay, well, let's just give them a number that relates to the size.
Yeah.
Larger the model number, bigger the size.
I've never heard them being measured in litres, so that's quite an interesting one for me.
So the new 50 sits midway through the range.
Yeah.
But I mean, for most British homes, it's a big speaker.
Yeah.
And the 50 family uses a 9-inch bass driver, 3-inch soft oak mid-range, and a 1-inch tweeter. So 3-way. And the EL50, the anniversary, differs from other 50 models in that we've got a new cabinet construction. So the EL part relates to it being elliptical. So it's a curved cabinet shape.
Yeah.
So we're forming the ends of those curves in-house. We have to laminate them up in a vacuum bag press. And then that forms the curved end pieces, and then there's two other 3D machine panels front and back.
Yeah.
So we get an elliptical cabinet enclosure. And the benefit of that is the softening of the edges of the cabinet.
And is that to do with the dispersal of the sound?
That's right, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's very
So
interesting.
by softening the cabinet, so a sharp cabinet edge, you actually get re-radiation from the edge. So by softening the edges, we reduce that massively.
So it's not just aesthetically; it is actually a performance-related improvement.
It is, yeah. I mean, that's I suppose that's always the challenge, is coming up with something that satisfies the visual aspect and the performance.
Oh, 100%. And I think it's something that we've said in previous videos, is that people, when they're shopping for hi-fi, the first thing is they're shopping with their eyes.
Absolutely.
So, you've got to make it look good, and then performance is obviously the next big thing. But they don't always marry up, do they? Sometimes
no. There's quite a few things with speakers actually that you might want to do.
Yeah.
But then you've got to make them work visually as well.
Absolutely. And these new speakers, they're passive?
Active.
Oh, they're active.
Yeah.
Because obviously you do both active and passive speakers.
Yeah. This new model, I mean, it's the more affordable, smaller scale. It's more passive. As you go up the range, it's increasingly more active, and we're big proponents of active loudspeakers.
Yeah, and we're seeing a sort of industry-wide acceptance of.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken a while.
Yeah.
I mean, especially in terms of performance, and this isn't for us. Any loudspeaker manufacturer, you can improve performance going active by eliminating the passive crossover. Once you start implementing the crossover active line level with active filters, you've got much more flexibility, much more control, and less loss. And you can just be more precise. It operates more accurately.
Yeah.
The crossover is not affected by the drive units parameters, because you put more power into the speaker.
Yeah.
The impedance goes up. As that happens, dynamically, the crossover filters are actually, the passive speaker are actually moving and slightly adjusting in real time. That changes the voicing of the speaker. So if you want to strive for the best performance, active is really the way to go.
Yeah.
But of course, people are invested in amplifiers, that they love.
It comes down to horses for courses at the end of the day. Everyone's got different needs and different requirements.
Absolutely.
And some people love the multi-box systems.
Yeah.
Some people despise it with a fiery passion of 1,000 suns. So, and this is, for me, this is the beauty of hi-fi, is no two systems are the same for everyone.
No,
everyone's got their own requirements and their own...
Exactly. And it's about enjoying your music collection.
Yes.
So if it puts, for one customer they want passive, if that puts that system, a combination of products in that system puts a smile on that face, that's brilliant. For another customer, they might want to go down the active route.
Yeah.
So it's whatever.
And
really.
what sort of music are you playing up there? Are there any particular tracks that you're championing?
Try to play a pretty broad range.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of stuff.
No Dire Straits though.
It has been on once today.
Oh really?
That's
that's like playing Stairway to Heaven in a guitar shop, though, isn't it? if you're going to play Dire Straits at a hi-fi show, you got to prepare for some backlash.
Yeah, we try to mix it up as much as possible. It's always on my mind, actually, the run up to the show, trying to keep the music choice diverse. But then you get a request, and it will be for Dire Straits.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, people complain about the same songs being heard. But I'd rather go into a room and hear a song that I've heard 1,000 times and know what it should sound like, rather than something completely avant-garde and obscure.
Yeah, I think that's right. We've always got some. There's some classics, isn't there, that everyone knows, and they use it. They know them, and it's a great judge of what a system's doing. So we've always got them. So it's just keeping, not playing them too much.
Just mixing it up a little bit.
Yeah, I got yelled at once by a guy at a show for playing Steely Dan. He said
that justified?
He said that we'd ruined the band for him.
Oh, good. That's nice. Yeah, that's really nice. And what have you paired the speakers up with up there?
So we're using our SCA2 preamplifier and a DCS Bartok for conversion, and then we've got a library on a Rune Nucleus. Playing mostly from our own library on the SSD drive, a little bit of Tidal as well.
Yeah.
I always make sure we've got a good selection on the drive, though, just for reliability at the show.
Yeah, because obviously, as well as speakers, you do hardware as well.
Yeah, we've made, we're best known for our speakers, but we've made standalone electronics since 1996. Mm-hmm. So 96, first standalone electronics piece was the SIA2 150 integrated. The SCA2 preamplifier followed shortly after with a matching power amplifier.
Yeah.
Because we've made active for such a long time. I think, where's our first crossover? Early 80s, late 70s, early 80s. We had an active crossover. So we've been an electronics manufacturer. We started in 74. Electronics manufacturer started probably around 80 with that crossover. First active speaker was the EL50 in about 88.
Yeah, so it's long time you've been pioneering that, which I think is, it's important that people realise this isn't a new concept.
No.
If you're used to studio work or electronic music or anything like that, you do production. Active speakers are a mainstay. That world is, it's unusual to get passive speakers, whereas in this world, it's taken a long time for people's.
Yeah, well, I think it comes. It does. I appreciate some of the fun for people is the experimentation, the discovery. Let's try this and that together.
Yeah.
And the active does restrict that. Not totally. You can still experiment with streamers, preamps. You can try valve pre maybe if you wanted to. Solid state. There's still some scope, but just not quite as much. And
gives you more time to enjoy the music.
Well, that's the thing. We see quite regularly people that have sort of had a career chopping and changing and experimenting, and then they sort of think, maybe I'm done with that. And
I know people that
end destination loudspeaker.
Well, I know people that have been sort of curating their systems for decades and still not there. And it's like, God, just enjoy the music.
Yeah.
Absolute madness. And obviously, so this was a big launch for you guys for this year. Can we expect anything else on the horizon?
Not imminently that I can talk about, but yeah, we're working on we are working on things all the time.
Yeah. Well, that's good to hear. And you guys are at the show. You've been at the show for a very long time now.
Yeah. And we've got a new room this year as well, which has been. The combination of the new flagship 50 model and the new room in Castle Suite's been really, really good.
Yeah, so you've got a much bigger space than you normally have.
Absolutely.
And
it just gives us a bit more flexibility with what we might want to do in the future.
Yeah, because in previous years when I've gone up to your space, it's difficult to get in if at certain times of day. So to have that bigger space, because you're a popular brand, people enjoy coming to listen to you at the show. So having that space is it's got to pay dividends for you guys.
Absolutely.
And returning next year.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll be back next year.
Because you enjoy the show, right?
It's great. It's great. And you talked about the music earlier. The best thing I think is leaving on Sunday. You've always got a list of new stuff to listen to when you get back. Although generally Monday you definitely want a day off.
Yeah, I like to sit in a darkened room by Monday, but I always have Shazam out. So if I hear something, go, "Oh, what's that?" Get the Shazam out and find out what it is, and they're like, "Right, add that to my Co-Buzz playlist," and off we pop. Well, Ben, thank you so much. I'm going to try and get up and have a listen to the speakers.
Yeah,
and,
please come up later and come and experience it. It's
absolutely will do.
Feedback's been amazing.
Brilliant. Well, guys, if you can't come to the Bristol Hi-Fi Show, why not? You need to. But you can also check out ATC at selected Audio T stores. So check online and see the availability there. And Ben, absolute pleasure. Thank you so much. Guys, take care. Bye now.
Thanks. Bye-bye.